everybody, it's Geordie from Geordie Colours. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm back with another episode of Sunday Snippets, and I've got tons to show you and share with you today. I'm trying to get my words out. So let's start with some finished pages. You saw me show these in previous episodes, and I finally got this one done. This was from God Yule by Hannah Carlson, and I did this as a buddy colour with the lovely Katie from the Colouring Angel, and yeah, really happy with how this one turned out. It's very sparkly and shiny, lots of pinks. Yeah, a really fun one to do for Christmas, so I was really happy to have that one done. I have also finished my buddy colour page in Aries World Literature, but I'm not going to show that because I haven't shown it to my buddies yet, so I need to show them first. And then the other page that I was working on in last week's Sunday Snippets was from Orstida, I think that's how you say it, Maria Trolle's Seasons book. And I did this page, and yeah, like I said, I had started this last week and I just finished it off. It was a pretty quick page, didn't take long. I had a few little kind of like bits of Distress Oxide ink that I'd gotten everywhere. I think I've managed to relatively cover it up okay. It's not perfect, but it's a fun little page, and I'm quite happy with the result. There's a bit of sparkle and shine on there as well. So yeah, those pages have been done, and like I said, I finished my page in Aries World Literature as well. So I feel like I've done quite a lot this week. In other news, I have some new books. I know, I keep saying I'm not going to buy any more new books, and then I keep buying them. So this one I'd kind of had my eye on for a little while. I'd seen it on, I think Erica at Elm Colours had shown this one. It's called So Many Cute Animals by Kimma Parrish, and it just looked really, really cute. It's a little bit along the lines of the Cute and Cozy books. I'll show you the size of it in comparison. It's a bit smaller. Obviously, there's my Maria Trolle book. Hopefully you can see that. So it's a little bit smaller. So I do quite like the size of it. And it's just got tons of really cute pages. And yeah, a little bit along the lines of the Cute and Cozy books. But this one is printed by Get Creative 6. The paper's really, really good. It is double-sided, so you won't be able to use alcohol markers on it. But the images are just really, really cute. I really like them. And yeah, like I say, kind of cute and cozy, but a lot more complicated than some of the Cute and Cozy pages. Some smaller detail, like on this page, but it's just full of really cute little animals, little scenes, and like I say, some more complicated, others are simpler. Look at this little axolotl, it's so cute. So yeah, some really, really sweet pages. A lot of these I feel quite summery. They're kind of like seasides and like ice creams, floaties, and that sort of thing, but there's some other things mixed in, like this one could be a bit more autumnal with the frogs and their kind of flaming marshmallows on sticks, which I think is quite funny. But yeah, I just thought this one was really nice, and wouldn't be too difficult to complete these pages. I think the paper would be, it's really good quality. It's really nice, so I think it would work really well with pencils and with water mediums. I'm not sure what I'll use in this one. I was going to say that would be a good one for Christmas, but then I saw that it's got a bee and some flowers and things. Super cute though. I like this one too. So yeah, I think it's going to be a fun one to do. I'm not sure what mediums I will use for it. I will probably just end up using pencils. But it does make me smile, and like I say, just super cute and sweet, and not kind of like taxing colouring really. You can just have fun with it, have fun with colour, have fun with mediums, maybe lots of sparkle and that sort of thing. Yeah, so just a fun, cute little book. And yeah, lots of different animals. Lots of very, very cute animals doing very, very fun little things. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this book. I don't know when I'm going to get to it. I would like to try and get a page done sooner rather than later, but we will see. But yeah, so that one is So Many Cute Animals by Kimmer Parrish. And then I had sold some stuff on Vinted recently, and I had a little bit of money sitting in my Vinted balance, and there was a lady on there who was selling a couple of Korean colouring books, and I thought, I'd never bought any Korean colouring books before, and there was two there that I thought looked quite interesting. I didn't know what they would be like, and I'm really sorry, I've forgotten to translate these. I was going to translate these before I filmed, but I've completely forgotten to do that. But this one is the Nurse Story colouring book. I'm not 100% sure who it's by. I can't see anything written in English to tell me. So I apologise for that, but I will show you the ISBN number if you are interested. That's it there. And yeah, just kind of, like I say, I bought these unseen, and I had just kind of seen them on Vinted and thought, oh, they look quite interesting. There was a couple of, I'm just going to zoom out. I'm trying to zoom out ever so slightly. Yeah, there was a couple of photos to kind of give me an idea of what was inside them, but I didn't see flip throughs or anything like that before I bought these. So this is the first one, and it looks super cute. I'm going to have to translate these. So the first kind of section, My Special Job, and it's one of these ones where you've got the coloured image on one side and then the uncoloured image on the other side. So in this case, it's a landscape page. But they're just really, really cute. I think it follows this little cat on his different like errands and outings. He seems to have a little clipboard in these ones here. I thought this one was really cute with the crocodile and the frog and the little duck. And this one we've got a bat hanging from the tree, and then we've got some more, like, are they crocodiles or I don't know. Oh, it looks like some sort of vet, like some sort of hospital. He's got a bag of blood. Sorry if you're squeamish. I didn't see that at first. Then we've got a Christmas one here, decorating the Christmas tree. And then you've got this kind of massive big present here. So yeah, these ones are quite fun. And then there are some little coloured bits and sections, but yeah, you've got this kind of small victory style page. Then you got the next section, which is my trip. Sorry, I haven't properly broken the spine on this yet, so struggling to get that open a bit. So yeah, my trip. He's surfing here with the dolphins. So I'm trying to get that centered. It's hot air ballooning, camping. They're just really, really cute. I'm not sure what's going on in this one. Some sort of castle. I was going to say it's a haunted castle, but it doesn't look haunted. It looks really sweet, actually, with lots of flowers outside it. On a gondola ride, perhaps through Venice, maybe. I don't know. And then we've kind of got this end of that kind of chapter again. And then we go into My Healing Time. And yeah, this is kind of like sleeping and chilling in a treehouse. Looks like a cup of hot chocolate, maybe. It's got marshmallows, or it looks like marshmallows floating in it. Having a little painting session out in the garden. Reading. Playing dress-ups in the fancy costumes. And then a big birthday cake, which would be great for a birthday month, wouldn't it? And then, as always, there's these little kind of cards in the back. So good things coming, and thank you. And that's it. So it's quite a sweet, short little book, but I thought it looked kind of cute, and it is in real life as well. So I'm quite happy with it. That one, again, sorry, it looks like it must come from a series because there's a number on the spine. But I don't know anything about these ones. But again, I'll show you that ISBN number if you are interested. I guess you can get it on, I don't know, where people buy these Korean books. Aladdin, is it? I think. But yeah, so there's that one. And then this was the other one, and I thought this one looked interesting because it's a fairy tale book, and I thought it would work well for my Colour the Fairy Tales hashtag, which, by the way, I am continuing next year. So look out, I'll be discussing that more in a video coming up soon-ish. But yeah, it is continuing. So I thought this one would be good. It's classic fairy tales. Again, I apologise, I don't know. Paperfly. At Paperfly, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. So yeah, this one I thought looked really good. Oh, sorry, I'll show you the ISBN of that one as well in case you are interested. But yeah, I've since seen this one on a few other people's channels, and I think it might have been Jess from Colouring Bumblebee has this one. But again, I kind of just bought it because it looked interesting, and I hadn't seen anything flip-throughs of it or anything like that. But it's quite a hefty book. There's a lot of pages in this one. And again, it's kind of got some coloured elements on the pages. So sorry, I don't know what the chapters are. We've got this one. So you can see like you've got some dark outlining and then some lighter outlining around the moon and the stars. This one is definitely the Jungle Book, and you've kind of got this shaded background here with the green and the blue, so you don't have to do a great deal to it if you don't want to. You could just leave it like that and then just colour the kind of main image. So I thought that was quite interesting. So there's the Jungle Book, there's another one with the Jungle Book here again, and again you kind of got this kind of shaded area already done for you. This one, I believe, is Anne of Green Gables. Let me turn it that way. So there's the uncoloured and there is the coloured version. So to me, it looks like Anne and Diana. And then this one looks like Gilbert and Anne. So sorry, we'll do it that way again. So again, uncoloured version. And then I love this one. Look at that, so pretty. I love that sky and the autumn leaves. It's really lovely. And Anne of Green Gables is one of my favourite stories. This one I'm not sure. Is it Heidi, maybe? Don't know. This is definitely Heidi. Sorry, I didn't turn that one. I'll do that one that way. There's the coloured version. But they're really sweet, kind of quite gentle images. That's so sweet. So you've got Clara and Heidi there, and Peter, and I guess that's Grandpa down there with the goats. And this one, it looks like is this still Heidi? This might still be Heidi. I'm not 100% sure. I'll just keep it this way, so I keep turning it. I don't know. Oh no, there we go. This one looks like The Secret Garden. So another fantastic book. I love how she's done the light rays here. I would really like to attempt something like that. I don't know if I'd manage it. The Happy Prince. We've got Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And very cute little dwarves, I have to admit. Really sweet. Oh, sorry, I should just keep it this way, shouldn't I? This one looks like Little Woman. So we've got Mum there reading a letter, perhaps from Father. And then the four girls, the four March sisters, sat around beside her. So, right, and then we're into another chapter. Again, Anne of Green Gables. Look at that beautiful blossom tree. Yeah, this one is really cool. Really like this one. The Wizard of Oz on the Yellow Brick Road. I don't know if has anyone seen Wicked? Wicked 2. It's so good. Wicked for good. We've got Alice in Wonderland with the White Rabbit. And then Alice falling down the rabbit hole, I presume. into Wonderland, Jack and the Beanstalk. So some of these I have already done as my fairy tales, so I can't redo them, but I have got new ones coming up. Puss in Boots, how adorable is that one? Super cute. Oh, still going this way, sorry. Peter Pan. And I love that the night sky's done. Obviously, if you look at the main coloured image, there's a lot more shading and things going on in that image than there is in this one. So you can add your own shading and things to it. And I think for this one, you definitely want to do that because you want the sky to look a bit darker. But look at that moon. It's already kind of done for you. So I think that's really cool. Okay, back this way. Looks like the Secret Garden again to me. I presume. I love that one. That's really pretty. This one looks like Thumbelina. So sweet. The Snow Queen. And Pinocchio. So yeah, tons and tons of pages in this book. Sorry, I'm going a bit slow. I'm just admiring them all. I can never remember what this one is. Is this Swan Lake or is it called something else? I can't remember. But anyway, that one. Peter Pan again. And Tinkerbell. Then we get into the next section. And we've got Aladdin with the genie. Not 100% sure of that one. Need to translate these. Or that one, I'm not 100% sure. Looks like the Pied Piper. Have the little mouse at the end. The Frog Prince. Oh, I've just done the Frog Prince in November, so I won't be doing that one next year, but we can see what else comes up. We've got Red Riding Hood again. I did that one last year, so I won't be doing that one again, but I love that page. That's really cool. The Golden Goose. I'd forgotten about this fairy tale actually. It's kind of cool one. Again, is this Swan Lake? I love how the clouds are in here. They look so realistic. They look so amazing. This looks like Gulliver's Travels. Another one that looks... Oh no, this might be Joe from Little Woman. Looks like, perhaps. Another one of the Snow Queen. Look at that one. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, the artwork is just stunning. I love, look, I mean, I would never have thought to do my trees in these colours, but that is so neat. That could be a good thing to remember for this time of year, going into January. Those colours for the trees. We've got Hansel and Gretel. One. We've got the Mad Hatter's Tea Party from Alice in Wonderland. Back into another section. So yeah, this is a really hefty book. Tons and tons of pages. That could be Heidi, perhaps. Although those are sheep, not goats. But I'm not 100% sure. Like I say, apologies. I should have translated it and I didn't. Aladdin, I love this one. That's so cool. Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, it's a really cool book. Rapunzel, sorry, I hope I'm not giving you whiplash from turning the pages around all the time. Cinderella, of course. This looks like Thumbelina, I think, I would say. The Little Mermaid, look at that. Oh, so cool. Love how they've coloured that. I just don't know if I'd be able to match that, but it's inspiration. This one looks like Romeo and Juliet. Beauty and the Beast. The Nutcracker, which is my fairy tale for this month. Sadly, I don't know if I'll get to this. I would quite like to try, but I'm not sure if I would get to it. But that's a really lovely page. I don't know what that one's from. She looks a bit like Anne of Green Gables, but I'm not 100% sure. Don't know. Again, I'm not 100% sure what this one is. Be a great one for Space Timber though, wouldn't it? Is it the Happy Prince? That one? Little Prince, Happy Prince, don't know. And then at the back you've kind of got this kind of calendar. So you've got the coloured image on the front and then the image to colour on the back for all of them. So yeah, they're obviously smaller images this time. Love this one of Anne. Some really, really pretty. And Snow White. I think that's the one on the front cover, isn't it? Oh no, it's the Snow Queen on the front cover. Snow White, Thumbelina and her little bed. We've got Heidi. Bluebird, not 100% sure what that one is. Hansel and Gretel. And the Snow Queen. There's our front cover. No, Cracker. I've forgotten about that one. So yeah, really lovely books. And I'm quite happy that I managed to purchase them on Vinted. Like I say, I had no idea what they were going to be like. The paper seems really nice. I'll have to test out some mediums, but yeah, really fun books. Yeah, so 2 really cool books from Vinted. Again, I'll show you that ISBN number in case you are interested. And apologies that I didn't get them translated. Okay, so on to some other exciting news. For those of you that have watched my channel for any length of time, you will know that I am a big fan of using colour palettes to help me plan out pages and decide my colours for a page. And you will also know that I have been using Joanna Stone colour palettes quite a lot recently. And I kind of came across Joanna Stone via, I think, Katia at Bubble of Colouring. And I'd seen that she'd used a few of her colour palettes and I was like, oh, I need to check that out. She does some books, which you can find on Amazon. And she has some downloads, which I have purchased a few of. I think I have about 3 or 4 of these that I've downloaded and printed off. These are just a couple of them. So they come in different themes. So this one is based on flowers and they're so pretty. Tons and tons of beautiful colour palettes. And like I say, inspired by different themes. So this is the flowery one. I won't go through all of them. And then I also have the Christmas one here, which I've been using. I've used this one a few times already to create pages. So I was but onto the exciting news. Joanna reached out to me and asked me if I would be interested in having access to her master colour palette library. And of course I jumped at that chance because I knew it was something that I would use a lot. So number one, thank you so much, Joanna. I have been looking through this library for the past few days and it's amazing, guys. I know, you know, it sounds a bit gushy, but it really is brilliant. It's available on Gumroad. I will leave the link down below to this. I really urge you, if you are interested in using colour palettes to help you in your colouring, this is an idea. It's just perfect resource. If you're looking for a last minute Christmas gift for a fellow colorist, or you want to add it to your own Christmas list for family to perhaps purchase for you, it's the ideal time. It's currently on sale. It's discounted at $17.99. That works out at £13.50-ish roughly. The usual price, even at the usual price, is great value. It's $35.88, which in English pounds is about £27 roughly, might be slightly less, depending on the exchange rate, obviously. So like I say, it's available on Gumroad. I will leave that link down below. Let me just tell you a little bit about that. I'm going to open this up to a palette that I'm going to be using. So the exciting thing about this online collection is that it's a growing collection. So it includes all of Joanna's thematic palette bundles all in one place. The great thing is it's going to include all of her future updates. So the complete library, which will be added to over time. So you will pay one price and you will get access to all of these amazing palettes. There's already tons of palettes on there, and it's ever growing, and you've got access. One payment, you get access, unlimited access. So the complete library is only available on Gumroad because Etsy's file size limits won't allow her to host the full set on Etsy. So it's done through Gumroad for that reason. But I found it very easy to navigate Gumroad. I'd never heard of it before, but it was really easy to navigate and to use. She says that even if some of the themes overlap with the books, so if you've bought the books on Amazon, there are some themes that overlap. All of the actual colour palettes on the website or on the downloadable files that you get from Gumroad, they're all actual different colour palettes to what's in the book. They use the same structure, but they're different palettes. So with one access, you get everything that's already there, plus all future updates, revisions, and new bundles as she adds them. Such amazing value, guys. I cannot believe it. So you're paying one price, and this thing is going to keep growing and growing and getting better and better over time. Do go and check it out. Like I say, I'll leave the link down below. So some of the palettes that are already available on this, I want to say it is an app. You can download the Gumroad app. So it's an app. You can download it. You get access to all of these amazing colour palettes, including things like Twilight Stories, Forest Folk, Alien Dreamscape, Perfect Summer Days, Autumn Colour Harmony, Shades of Magic, Pastel, Love Treats, Christmas, Fantasy, Floral, Spooky. So in each of those kind of sections, there are about 15, 16 palettes. So you can imagine there's tons. I think there's over 200 palettes already available, ready for use. And Joanna's going to keep adding to those over time. So you're going to get more and more and more for one amazingly low price of what, $17.99 or around about £13.50 UK at the moment. So guys, honestly, if you're looking for a Christmas present for yourself, for a fellow colorist, or you want to add it to your own Christmas wish list for somebody else to get for you, now's the time. And I was blown away. I was flipping that I could look at it for hours. There's so many cool palettes on there, and just so helpful and so useful. And like I say, as you know, I use color palettes constantly. So for me, this is an amazing resource. So please do go check it out. Check out Joanna Stone's books on Amazon as well. And, you know, you can try it out if you just wanted to maybe just have a look at one. Let me flip through this one quickly. So this is the Christmas one. I have shown this one before. So we've got Gingerbread House Delight, Winterberry and Fir. And the great thing about these colour palettes is, sorry, let me move that up a little bit. So you've got the coloured image, which you can use for some inspiration. You've got the kind of main colour palette here, and then you've got your complementary colours down here. Now, I think you could, and please excuse, because obviously printing out, you don't get the real colours, if you like. It's much better to view it on screen. I use this as a bit of a reference, but it's much better to view it on your iPad or iPhone or computer, whatever you're using, to get the real colours. Obviously, when they get printed, you lose a little bit of the definition and the colour. So some of the colours may look a little bit similar here, but when you look at them on screen, they're different. So this is Winterberry and Fir. So we've got this beautiful coloured image, which can give you some inspiration of how to use your colour palette. You've got the primary colour palette here, and then down below, you've got complementary colours. So it's almost like two colour palettes in one, because you could use this as a colour palette on its own, and it just gives you a whole kind of different way of using things. And like, yeah, like sometimes you find you've got a color palette here and you haven't got quite the right, you need a green, and you haven't got a green up here. But if you go down here, you've got a couple of different green options that you can use, that you can bring in, that you know is going to complement what's already up here. It's so good. I just think it's brilliant. And like I say, I use color palettes all the time. And yes, I know I did get given this by Joanna, and I'm so grateful for it. But honest to goodness, I would go out and purchase it anyway if I hadn't known about this, and I've just found out about it thanks to Joanna. But this is just awesome, having access to this whole collection of color palettes and knowing that you're going to have added, you know, color palettes over time, so that collection's only going to grow and get bigger and bigger. How awesome is that? I just think it's amazing. So yeah, like I say, link will be in the description box below. Go and check it out. I think it's an awesome Christmas present, and I can't rate it enough. I really cannot. I use these things all the time, and I just think it's a brilliant product. So with that being said, I am going to do a page using one of these color palettes in my Yulans a la Forga. I never know how to say that. It's Maria Trolle's new little Christmas book, and I have selected this page. I've been wanting to do this page for my Colour the Fairy Tales hashtag. So this is the little gingerbread house, and one of my prompts for this month is gingerbread. I'm doing the fairy tale Nutcracker, and I thought out of this Christmas colour palette booklet I have here, I have this lovely gingerbread house delight colour palette, and obviously it fits perfectly. Now I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my background. I might do something slightly different to this, but I haven't decided on the background yet. But I have some colours here, and excuse my little scribbled bit of writing, but I've kind of picked out my colours. I'm using my Black Widow pencils. So just to show you how I use a colour palette, obviously I look at my page, I figure out which colour palette I want to use for that page. So in this instance, I've gone for the gingerbread house because it matches quite nicely. And then what I do is I look at the colours here and I match my pencils. So I get my lightest pencil to match these colours, and then I build up to a darker colour. So I normally try to get a trio of colours. So in this instance, I've got Mud, Mahogany and Foxy Brown. And so Mud is my darkest colour. Foxy Brown is the one that I thought matched the colour palette the best. And then I've gone for two darker shades so that I can do some blending and you know, make it look a bit more three-dimensional. So that's how I use them. Sometimes I have absolutely no idea of what colours I want to use on a page, so I will use a colour palette to give me some inspiration. Sometimes I will look at a page and I'll have a few ideas about what I want it to look like, have a couple of colours in mind, and then I can use a colour palette to help me figure out what other colours I can use that are going to work with the colours that I have in mind. So I hope that makes sense, but I use colour palettes a lot. And even if I don't use a specific colour palette in its entirety, like I am with this page, I'm using all of the colours that are on the colour palette, I will maybe take inspiration from some of the colours and think, oh, I don't know if those colours are going to work together. Let me have a look and see what I can find. And I use colour palettes all the time. Cannot rate them highly enough. So let's do a little bit of colouring and chatting a little bit more. So yeah, I was just absolutely, oh my goodness, my pencil's broken, absolutely blown away by that product. I just think it's absolutely amazing value. And the fact that you've got unlimited access and you've got access to all future updates and all, you know, future content as well, I just think that's incredible. Really good value. So yeah, if you're interested in colour palettes, that would be the way to go as far as I'm concerned. And like I said, I'm having so much fun looking through it and looking at all the different colour palettes. There's some really cool ones on there. And yeah, now I just have to find pages for them all. But like I said, there's over 200 available, so it's going to keep me busy for a while. Oh my goodness, my pencils are all breaking. I sharpened them really to a nice sharp point before I started today. I was trying to be organised because I'm not always, as you know, I'm not always organised. So I thought today I'd be organised, and now they're all breaking. But I thought I would use my Black Widows because I really like the kind of softer colours that they have in the Black Widow set, like the pinks and the greens and that sort of thing. And I thought that would work well for this little fun page. So I'll just do a little bit of colouring with you before I have to rush off and do other things. There's always other things to be done. Always, you know, like washing and ironing and cooking meals. And so it's actually been nice just to sit down and have a few minutes to talk colouring and do colouring, and yeah, all things colour related. I'm feeling much, you probably tell, I'm feeling a lot more upbeat this week than I was last week. I was feeling quite rough last week. It had been a really long week, kind of a difficult couple of weeks leading up to it as well, and yeah, I was just kind of feeling a bit blah, but I do feel a lot better. And it's been nice. I think I feel a bit more positive because I've actually managed to get a few pages done and make some progress in my colouring, which is always nice. And I actually achieved a lot more this week than I thought I would. And I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with the fact that I've got my 2 buddy colours done. I do have one more kind of buddy colour / project book page that I have to get done, which is in Forest Song, and I do need to get to that one, and I will get to that one. It's probably not going to be this week. I might not actually get to it until after Christmas because it's not a Christmassy page, and I'm really inspired to colour Christmas at the moment. Feeling much more festive. I've been had a lot of fun this week. It was so I work in a school, and it was the school nativity this week, and it was so sweet. It was just lovely. I really enjoyed that. It made me feel very festive. We've been watching a few kind of Christmassy movies. We watched Home Alone, and we watched, I don't know that it's strictly a Christmas movie, but it's The Lion, the Witch. It's quite an old movie now. The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. The Chronicles of Narnia. And it was filmed in New Zealand, and it does, I mean, it's wintry, and for most of it it's wintry, until the White Witch's spell gets broken, I guess. So I watched that the other night with my son, and that was really good fun. I enjoyed that, and he seemed to quite enjoy the movie. And it's just a good kind of wholesome kind of family movie. So yeah, it's been getting me more into the Christmas spirit. I've done all of my Christmas shopping now, so I'm feeling quite smug, quite prepared. I've got Christmas dinner all ordered, ready to be collected from the supermarket on Christmas Eve. Yeah, so I feel like I'm on top of things. Yeah, it's all good. Everything's going to plan. So definitely feeling a lot more positive. We have one more week at school, and then we break up for Christmas for the winter break. So a nice couple of weeks off, which will be lovely. Spending some time with some family and friends. We're going to go and see a pantomime on Friday this week. So I'm looking forward to that. I haven't been to a pantomime for years, and they're always lots of fun. Yeah, it's a bit of a Christmas tradition here in the UK, isn't it, to go and see a pantomime? And you know, it's a lot of audience participation in a pantomime. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a lot of fun. So we're doing that with some friends. Yeah, and then other than that, I don't really have a great deal of plans. It's just going to be nice to kind of just relax a little bit and have a bit of quiet time. Right, apologies, interruptions. What was I saying? Yeah, other than that, we don't have much planned. I said we were going to the pantomime, didn't I? So yeah, other than that, we don't have a great deal planned. We've got family coming to us for Christmas Day, which will be lovely, and I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, it's going to be just quite relaxed and chilled out, hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for. And perhaps some colouring time if I'm lucky. Yeah, I would definitely like to get a little bit done over the coming days. Yeah, so like I say, 1 more week at school and then we'll be on vacation for 2 weeks. But yeah, we're not going anywhere. We're just staying at home and just relaxing and kind of making the most of having some time. Some board games will be played, of course. We always play board games at Christmas, watch Christmas movies, probably eat far more than we should. And yeah, just have fun. It's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna do the chimney, I think this is quite a good gingerbread colour. I never quite know with gingerbread what colour to go. But I think this is going to be quite a good colour for my gingerbread. I've actually, so when I first got these Maria Trolle books, I was a little bit unsure about how I felt about them, given that they were so, you know, they're so much simpler than her older style. But they've really grown on me, I have to admit. I like the fact that they're not too taxing. I like the fact that they're quite simple, and particularly this Christmas one at this time of year when you don't have a great deal of time. It's perfect. It's just really easy to dive into, and yeah, just you know, like, it doesn't take long to do a page. I'm talking like I've done loads of pages. I've done one other page in this one, but you know what I mean. It's quite it's not overwhelming. I love I love Hannah Calzon's God Your Book. I really love it, and I think the pages are just stunning. But sometimes at this time of year, when I don't have a huge amount of time, I kind of look at the pages and go, oh, I don't know if I'm going to get that done. Whereas with this one, I kind of look at the pages and think, yeah, I can definitely get that done. Probably won't take me that long at all. So whilst I love both of them, this one is definitely kind of more accessible, especially when it's busy. So it's really grown on me a lot, and I'm really enjoying the pages in it. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun to pull this one out. So I want to colour, let's colour something else, so I'm not just colouring gingerbread on camera with you, because I've only got maybe another 10 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes of colouring, and then I'm going to have to call it quits and go and be a parent for a bit. So I've got my red combination here. This is Bloodshot, Ladybug and Fire. So let's do some candy canes. I was never quite sure whether the end should be red or I don't suppose it matters, does that? Let's do... but yeah, I've really been enjoying my Christmas colouring at the moment, and quite inspired to do Christmas pages, which is good. I mean, there've been other years where I haven't really felt like, I kind of do a couple of Christmas pages and then I'm like, yeah, I'm done with that. but this year I'm like, oh, I want to do more. And yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying it. Definitely making me feel more festive. Just making sure I'm getting the right order of pencils. Sometimes with the Black Widows it's hard to tell which one is like the darker one, because they can look quite similar in some respects, or sometimes in some cases the darker pencil appears to be lighter, but it's not until you put it down you're like, oh, that's meant to be the darker one. Yeah, I haven't used Black Widows on this paper before, but they seem to go down quite nicely. I do like my Black Widow pencils. I think this page is going to be quite sweet when it's finished. I love the little fairy. I love the look on her face. She's got her tongue sticking out. And like, this looks delicious. So yeah, I can't believe we've only really got, how many more days? 11 more days until Christmas. It creeps around really quickly, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't know about you, but yeah, I find it kind of sneaks up on me really fast. One minute you think you've got like 3 or 4 weeks to go, and then the next minute you're literally down to the last week or so, and you don't quite know where the time's gone. But I am feeling, like I say, quite organised. Got everything ready, everything prepared, everything's wrapped up and ready to go. Yeah, so now I'm hoping it's just a case of relaxing and enjoying, and yeah, just kind of, you know, enjoying the moments. It was fun this morning. My son has rugby on a Sunday morning, and we went to the rugby club, and they had a bit of a practice, and then they had a really a fun little tug of war, which was really cool. And then they had a visit from Santa, who came in his tractor, which was really fun. His tractor, which was kind of decorated like a reindeer. It had reindeer antlers on the front, and I thought that was quite funny. And then they had, all the parents made some sort of treat, like sausage rolls and cakes and cupcakes and cookies, and there were all sorts of sweet treats, pizzas and crisps and all that good stuff. And so they had a little feast afterwards, and Father Christmas had given them all chocolate. So they were all really rather excited afterwards. But it was a really nice morning, and it was really fun. It was cold. It felt really cold. The wind was really cold. The actual temperature is not that bad, but the wind was really whipping through the place, and it was making me feel quite chilly as I was sitting there watching him. But yeah, it was a really nice morning, and it was dry, which was really good. I was quite thankful for that. So that was a lot of fun this morning, and again, another kind of little festive thing. So yeah, a lot of the sports and things are finishing now until after Christmas. So again, we got a bit of a break, which is good in some ways, but then in other ways, like, I know that by this time next week they're going to be like, I'm bored, and it will only be 2 days into the holiday. What are we going to do now? So, yeah, we'll have to find things to keep us occupied. I think what we'll do maybe is go and visit one of the National Trust properties that are close by. They're all beautifully decorated for Christmas, and it's always nice to go and see those. So yeah, for those of you that don't know what National Trust properties are, and you have no idea what I'm talking about, in the UK there are a lot of like kind of stately homes that were owned at one point, normally by kind of lords and ladies and that sort of thing. So these big kind of stately homes with lots of gardens and grounds, and a lot of them have been left to the National Trust, who now look after the properties and maintain them and open them up to visitors. And yeah, there's tons of them throughout the UK, and I belong to the National Trust because we're very lucky where we live to have 2 beautiful properties pretty close to us, within a 10-15 minute drive, and they're a lot of fun to go and visit. And like I say, they have different events on, so at Christmas time the houses will be decorated with in Christmassy ways, normally in keeping with the kind of time period of the property. So one of the properties close to me is Georgian, so it will be kind of dressed up with a Georgian kind of Christmas theme. And yeah, it's a lot of fun, and there's lots of outdoor space for the kids. They normally have like playgrounds and things within the grounds of the property. They have beautiful walks around, and they have like a little cafe, so you can get a hot drink and some food after being out in the cold. So I think that might be one of the things that we do. Well, we've got a little bit of time off. We went into the town centre the other day. So I live in the country, but we drove into the closest town centre to us, and oh my goodness, it was heaving. It was so busy, and I tried to get there relatively early because I figured it would be pretty busy. But yeah, it was chaos. There's so many people, and I've got to admit, I don't mind it, but I kind of get to a point where I'm like, right, I'm done. I've had enough. So yeah, we stuck it out for a couple of hours. We went and had a nice meal, and then did some shopping, and yeah, and then it was like, yep, I'm done. Time to go. Let's call it quits. Oh, sorry, I'm bumping my camera there. So yeah, kind of like, yeah, no, I've had enough. Let's go home. And I think everybody else had enough as well, and they were quite happy to leave it all behind, leave the madness and the chaos behind. There were queues in like some of the shops. There were queues that were like 20-30 people long. It was crazy. And I've kind of forgotten that about the UK. Like, I don't know whether it's just where we live or whether that's a universal thing, but yeah, this time of year it goes a bit crazy. So it was fun, but it was kind of nice to say goodbye to it as well. And yeah, return home, back to our cars. Sorry, I'm banging that there. Let's see. I've got some pink here. What do I want to do with this? I've got some icing colours for the icing. I think I'm gonna do like pink and green gumdrops. So let's do that. So for my pinks, I've got watermelon, maiden pink, fairy floss, and bliss. So let's do some of these. Might do every other one a pink, and then do the other ones in green. No, watermelon. I always gotta check that I'm doing these in the right order. So yeah, it was nice to visit, but it's also nice to come home and kind of out of all the chaos. But yeah, it's nice to see all the Christmas decorations are up in town, all the Christmas trees and the lights, and yeah, everyone's in a pretty happy mood for the most part, so that's good. That's good. But yeah, I like my quiet time. I have to admit, I like to kind of slink back home and, you know, close the door and all the chaos and kind of just put my feet up for a bit and relax. That's always nice. So I think that's going to look quite cute. Let's see. Hopefully those ones green. I think I might want to do her dress pink. So I'm going to do these ones pink. Or do I want to do a dress red? Maybe I could do a dress red. Oh! Oh my goodness, I am not thinking. Look, why did I do that? Right, I need to rub that one out. I'm hoping it's not too bad. I can cover that up. I don't know what I was thinking there. I wasn't thinking. I was just like happily, merrily colouring along. What comes next? So that was watermelon and maiden pink. Did I do maiden pink there? I used the wrong colour I have. I should have used that one first. See, look, I'm not concentrating at all. Too busy chatting. Completely oblivious to what I'm supposed to be doing. Anyway, that's okay. It's quite a small area. It's not going to worry too much. And I'll fill that in with the lightest colour. And then I might just do a tiny bit of green, and then I think I'm going to have to leave you all and go and be an adult, sadly. Like I said, I could quite happily sit in colour all day. Right, so I've got some greens. I still haven't decided quite what I'm going to do with my fairies outfit yet. I might come back to that, but for my green combination I've got wizard, emerald, pine and green slime. Love the names of these. No, I haven't. I lie. I've got venom. I put wizard. I've got venom, emerald, pine and green slime. So venom will be my darkest colour. Oh my goodness, there's another point breaking. I'm really liking the kind of pink and green combination for Christmas at the moment. It's really cute. I like sometimes like doing some different colour palettes and not just sticking with the tried and tested red and green. So I've been using some pinks and some turquoises. My last page was quite traditional, reds and greens and whites and golds. Oh my goodness, these points. It's like pop, 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 pop. I'm too heavy-handed, I know I am. Yes, but it's nice to mix it up and throw in some more unusual colours every now and then. Which again is where these colour palettes are so good, because like it's nice to be reassured that the colours that you want to use are going to actually work together. So that's always good. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking how this is looking so far. I think it's going to be quite fun. Let's cover up that pink that I put down there earlier. Like I say, I went for the black widows because I find that they have a wider range of softer colours, and sometimes I didn't want like really vivid, bright greens and reds and pinks. And I actually think that gingerbread colour is going to work quite nicely. I think that's going to look quite good. And what I'm going to do with these little sweets is I'm going to add a load of probably white Posca over the top to make it look like kind of sugar crystals on it. Hopefully that's the plan. Pencil's falling off there. And kind of make them look, you know, sugary and sweet. And I don't quite know what I'm going to do with this. I guess it's snow down here, but I'd quite like to bring some of these kind of little pinks and greens into the snow at the bottom as well. But there we go, it's a small start on this page. I'm going to continue that later when I've got a bit more time, but I'm going to have to leave it there. Sorry, I'm going to drop my pencils and make lots of noise. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. I really enjoyed that one today. I'm happy with my new books. Again, I've got far too many books, but yeah, I don't know, can't stop myself. Absolutely thrilled to bits with my Joanna Stone Gumroad access to her beautiful series of palettes, the whole collection. So thrilled with that one. Just do go and check that out. Like I say, I will leave the link down below. I just think it's amazing value, and like I say, I use them all the time, so for me it's a bit of a no-brainer, that one. So really happy with that. Happy to have the pages done that I've completed. Happy to be starting another Christmas page, and really looking forward to doing some more work on this one. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're having a good week. I hope you're getting some colouring time, some me time. I hope you're not feeling too stressed about the upcoming craziness. Yeah, like I said before, Christmas can be a lovely time of year, but can also be very stressful, and can be really hard work. So do make sure you take some time for yourself to relax and enjoy, and spend time with family. And yeah, don't forget the important stuff, which is just being together and having fun, and looking after yourself. That's always really important, and colouring does that, doesn't it? It helps us look after ourselves a bit. So happy colouring, everybody. Take care, and I do hope to see you all again very soon. Bye for now.